President Joe Biden's corruption scheme has finally been revealed by Tesla entrepreneur Elon Musk. The dispute between tech mogul Elon Musk and current US President Joe Biden has been coiling up since last year, and now it has touched its peak. The allegations of wrongdoing against Biden have piqued the interest of all the Americans. What inspired Elon Musk to reveal Biden's corrupt activities? How trustworthy is Musk's proof? And will Joe Biden's plans to cover up his misconduct push him from office? Wish to learn more about it? Keep watching the video. Hello guys, welcome to the channel. In this video today, we are going to talk about how Elon Musk just exposed Joe Biden's corruption. Remember to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to never miss a news update on SpaceX, Tesla, Starship, or really anything else involving the multi-talented and billionaire Elon Musk. Without further ado, let's begin. Elon Musk has never held back when it comes to criticizing Joe Biden. Recently, when Joe Biden met with high-end auto CEOs like Jim Farley of Ford Motors and Mary Barra of General Motors, while omitting Tesla, his scathing critique was particularly heightened. After the discussion, which was convened to talk about the future of EVs, Biden signed an executive order directing EV manufacturers to increase sales. The most noteworthy aspect of this discussion was Tesla's glaring omission, which is one of the greatest US electric vehicle businesses. The fact that Tesla sells more EVs than all other EV manufacturers combined is well known. Let's evaluate the figures for the sake of comparison. Ford outperformed GM in the last quarter, delivering a total of 12,284 EVs in the US as opposed to GM's pitiful 26. The overall sales of Tesla will now be announced. A startling 308,600 EVs were involved. Not allowing Tesla to attend a conference where it may have a major impact was absurd, right? Moreover, the US president then tweeted, "I meant it when I stated that the future would be produced right here in America. More electric vehicles are being produced domestically than ever before by companies like GM and Ford." He overlooked Tesla, whose CEO later responded to his tweet with, "Starts with a T, ends with an A, ESL in the middle." Despite his blatant absence of Tesla. Many people responded to Musk's response on Twitter. The rest of his time was spent responding to fans who criticized Biden's unfair exclusion of Tesla Motors. A supporter once said on Twitter, "Madness has reached national proportions. Joe Biden and Mary Barra should be ashamed of this falsehood. Such a minor thing to be like that." Elon Musk responded to this admirer by referring to Biden as a human-shaped damp sock puppet, demonstrating just how outraged he was with President Joe Biden's inappropriate action. When he ran into difficulties online, his supporters took matters into their own hands and did what fans do best. Their campaign was launched at change.org, with more than 200 million users. This is the biggest petition website on the planet. The petition just requests that President Joe Biden recognize Tesla's innovation in the field of electric automobiles. The current total of signatures is 32,500, but that figure is rising swiftly. It could end up being similar to what occurred when merely one of Musk's tweets about Bitcoin caused their numbers to plummet. Joe Biden might soon regret making such an egregious action against Tesla. Further, President Biden shouldn't pick a fight with Elon Musk at this time. The Tesla CEO has consistently backed the Democratic Party. It's important to note that he casts ballots for Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton in prior presidential elections. The Tesla CEO has a long history of strong ties to the administration of President Obama, even before Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton, though he is currently a Republican. Why then would Elon Musk abruptly switch to the Republican side since the Biden administration has comparable environmental priorities as Tesla? Elon Musk recently claimed that the actions taken by the Biden administration to ignore and marginalize Tesla were a significant factor in his decision. When Joe Biden wished Elon Musk luck on his mission to the moon, it appeared like he was making fun of the Tesla CEO. The US president acknowledged Tesla for its efforts to hire 6,000 employees when the richest man asked about the status of the US economy, but he ignored its hiring of nearly 50,000 people globally during the previous 2 years. And he never once mentioned Tesla EVs for their significant economic impact on the US. Instead, he kept referring to Ford. Sadly, Biden's approach may end up costing him in the upcoming elections. Elon Musk is a well-known name in politics as well as the technology sector. Additionally, this important tech millionaire can cut Joe Biden's supporter base in half with just one tweet. Elon Musk claimed that the Democrats had turned into a party of hatred and division before he defected to the Republican Party. It turns out that Democrats other than Joe Biden participated in the anti-Musk effort. Other Democrats, who were more militant to differing degrees, also worked against Musk. However, in light of recent events, Musk declared that he will support DeSantis for president. In the past, I voted Democratic because they were mostly the part of goodwill, but they have turned into the party of separation and hate. They continued, I can no longer support them, so we will cast our votes for Republicans. Let's wait for the future elections to find out how much Joe Biden's presidency will be threatened by Elon Musk. Also unfairly excluded from the $7,500 tax credit for EVs offered by Biden is Tesla. President Biden's social and climate spending measure was categorically opposed by Elon Musk, who was particularly worried that it would result in an absurd federal debt. Don't pass it, he advised. This is what I advise. The Senate has not yet approved the Build Back Better Act. To stimulate consumer demand for electric vehicles, this act contains tax credits of $12,500 for EVs owned by unions. Since Tesla is a well-known EV manufacturer but is not a member of the union, the president's administration was meant to re-establish a $7,500 federal tax credit for Tesla. Sadly, Tesla has been running for over 2 years without the $7,500 tax advantage. What is Musk's response to that? According to him, Tesla is doing great. The infrastructure measure received $7.5 billion from the Build Back Better Act as well. President Biden claims that the funds will be used to construct EV charging stations in the United States, an idea that Musk considers absurd. That was a waste of money, according to the richest man in the world. Do we need support for petrol charging stations? He exclaimed in a loud voice. So there is no need for support for a charging network. He would later say, I'd take it out. I want to say remove all subsidies, including those for oil and gas. Elon argued that since gas stations never required subsidy, so will EV charging stations. He also added that rather than acting like actual participants, the government would function better if it acted more like a referee in a sporting event. Musk claimed that it would be wiser to use the funds to improve airports and roads rather than buy EV charging stations. He went on to elaborate that it would be ideal for the government to create motorways since Tesla automobiles will clog the highways in the future and cause terrible traffic. But in many ways, Tesla seems to be at odds with Joe Biden's administration. Regarding Tesla's new full-size driving EVs, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration wasn't long ago on the company's case. They claim that more than 70% of accidents involving autopilot vehicles are the fault of the EV manufacturing firm. Regarding NHTSA's actions against Tesla, which appear to be an indirect attack on Tesla, Biden's administration has never made any comments. To comply with NHTSA standards, Tesla had to adhere to several irrational laws. However, they weren't required from the beginning. According to some Tesla supporters, this decision has political undertones and is related to the Biden administration. You'll find it amusing to realize that Musk and Joe Biden's beef did not start long ago. Recently, perhaps in September 2021, President Biden decided to disregard SpaceX's mission, inspiration, and success. The mission, which included 4 civilian crews, would mark the beginning of non-professional crew participation in space exploration. The 4 astronauts returned to Earth safely after a 3-day space exploration, but a fan was perplexed by the president's apparent silence. The President of the United States has refused to even acknowledge the 4 newest American astronauts who helped raise hundreds of millions of dollars for St. Jude. Elon Musk went on to criticize Biden's administration approach to dealing with unions as a result of these obvious indications of Biden's unjustified marginalization of Tesla enterprises. The internet tycoon also expressed his opinions on Twitter, as usual. Later, Musk would add that the Biden administration wasn't the friendliest. This software tycoon hasn't stopped criticizing Biden since he first suffered injustice from him. The video has now come to an end. Do you agree with Musk's criticism of Biden? We'd appreciate if you left a comment below with your ideas. Most importantly, you should think about subscribing to the channel and clicking the bell button icon if you want to stay informed on every single topic relating to Elon Musk. I'll see you at our next. Until then, peace.